then you decided to go solo. Wait, before we get to solo, you got to tell me about your first day on the job.
Oh man!
I know. I didn't want to. Yeah,
How did you even hear about this?
I know people.
You do.
I've been moving and shaking, and rumor has it not the best first day on the job.
Not the best first day. Not the best first day. And keep in mind, this is, you know, we were shooting film in those days.
Right.
So, early '80s. I just will never forget my first day. I came up in the elevator with Christy Brinkley, and you know, hearts fluttering.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know.
How old are you at this thing?
I was maybe 21, I
Okay.
think. I don't even recall, but yeah, I was 21, something like that. And here I was in the surroundings of everything that I coveted. The most beautiful people in the world,
Yeah.
the most amazing photographer. I was just taken by everything, by the lighting, by Christy, who's just an amazing person, amazing model. And we were shooting a Mademoiselle cover that day, and Patrick's shooting and he's directing and he's telling her, you know, move this way, and it is as fast-paced as you would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just in la la land because I just was so overtaken by the craft of and his process.
And it's the first day.
Yeah, and it's the first day. Well, I'm thinking to myself, man, that's a really awfully long roll of film. And Patrick's a very, you know, he's from Normandy, very thick French accent. He looks at the camera, he looks at me, he says, "Hey, this is no film de camera."
Did your heart just sink?
It did. I thought it was going to be my last.
No,
day.
that would be your job as the assistant to
That
make
would
sure
be to put film in the camera. Yeah.
And so what did he do? Did you get flustered or?
You know what? That was a huge lesson for me. He didn't. He just let me put film in the camera, and he kept shooting. And it taught me a huge lesson in two things. One, how to treat people. You know, because
Your employees.
Well, not just so much, but your team.
Right.
Because it is a team. And he didn't embarrass me. He didn't, you know, reprimand me in front of everybody. And the other thing is he didn't break tempo of the shoot.
Right.
Because that would have disrupted everything. You would have lost your connection with the subject, Christy. You would have, it would have really just kind of, it would have been just a killer.
Now, did he give you a hard time after the shoot?
No, my buddies did.
I bet. I bet.
Yeah, yeah, and the other assistants, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
it's a war story, though. You know, it's, you can't have a first day like that. You know, just.
I mean, it's made for the talk show circuit, really.
You know what? I never even thought about it that way, but it is. Yeah, it is. I do tell the story when I lecture.
Yeah.
Because I do lecture at universities all over the country.
You do.
So, it's something that I enjoy doing and giving back and sharing academics of the craft, the business of the craft, because it's the marriage of art and commerce. And that's what it takes to be successful as a photographer. Not just being a good artist, because most artists are not the greatest businessmen.
Right.
You know? So by learning the business of photography and being a good artist, you marry the two, it's a formula for success.
And you've most definitely done both. I'm looking forward to it. We're already going to take a commercial break, but we'll come back and talk about the amazing celebrity work you've done. We have a few of the pictures here, but we'll take care of that in just one moment. We'll be right back on CU USC.
Thank you.
Wow, that went fast.
Yeah, dude, it's like...
Impossible.
When you open a book, you can explore new lands, meet new friends, and discover new adventures. There are amazing possibilities when you open your mind to reading. You can log onto the Library of Congress website and let the journey begin.
Welcome back to CU at USC. It's the best college talk show on television, or that's at least what I'm supposed to say. Today, our guest is Jerry Avenaim. Huh?
Yeah, wow.
It's a tough last name.
You know.
Let me show you this. What's the spelling? Let me show you the spelling. You guys can't see this, but Avenaim.
Well, actually, you know what? It's a Hebrew name.
Uh-huh.
And it's Avenaim, which in translation means good father.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that myself till just
Are you a
now.
father?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you're married to one of the beautiful models that you shot.
What? No, I never worked with her.
Really?
I never worked with her. We actually met at a model housewarming party kind of
Tough
thing.
life, Jerry.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, she didn't fall for one of my lines.
Really?
No. She just I'm surprised I even got a phone call. You know, and here we are. We'll be married 10 years in June.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much. And we have a beautiful. Her name's Samantha, by the way, my wife. She's an amazing woman, and we have an amazing 4.5-year-old daughter. Her name is Sky.
Oh, congratulations!
So yeah,
SKY.
SKYE.
Ooh, nice.
She'll even tell you that. But the E is silent.
Did she say that too?
No, I put that in.
Okay, there's a bunch of stuff I want to talk about, but I'm going to skip kind of forward. We're going to skip through your time in Milan working for.
I thought you were going to pipe my other time. No.
We're going to skip your time in prison, and we're going to go straight to what early '90s. You moved out to Los Angeles, right?
I did. And you know what? It's interesting.
From where were you at the time you were in Milan?
Well, I was, you know, I was kind of a little bit of a globetrotter.
Right.
You know, living Milan, Paris, London, you know, just Chicago, New York, just traveling about wherever the gigs took me. You know, but I just, you know, I just, I was one of those, you know, defining moments where I wanted to plant roots, permanent roots, and it was either going to be LA or New York, and I figured the weather was better here.
Chose wisely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And continued with.
You kind of switched from fashion to celebrity then, didn't you?
You know, I was going to say, man, I've always been a fashion photographer.
Right.
I never photographed a celebrity in my life.
Yeah.
But in the early '90s, I was, again, very fortuitous that I said, you know what? I went to Detour magazine at the time, before they became Flaunt, and became very good friends with the photo editor there, Louis Barajas, and he gave me some great assignments, Angela Bassett and Charlton Heston, and really, really great.
Is Angela Bassett the famous image of her covered in milk?
Covered in milk,
yeah.
Yeah. I think that's in one of the...
I was poring over
yeah,
it earlier.
yeah,
Gorgeous,
no
gorgeous
pun intended,
picture.
right?
Yeah, I was hoping you'd catch that. And this is for magazine covers.
Well, yeah, I did. You
for
know,
Detour.
I did. You know, I did work for several magazines, Entertainment Weekly. I mean, all of the magazines from New York were hiring me in L.A. to shoot celebrity.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, it was also a lot easier in the early '90s to shoot celebrity.
Why is that?
Well, because the supermodels were who reigned supreme in the magazine world.
Right.
The Kate Mosses, the Cindy Crawford, the Naomi, Linda, Cindy. You don't even have to say their last name.
Right.
You know.